Penny's coin isn't just metal, it's a symbol of luck, value, and hidden power. Small in size but rich in meaning, it represents how something ordinary can carry extraordinary worth. From a simple glimmer in the light to a spark of fortune in the hand, Penny's coin reminds us that greatness often begins with the smallest shine. The 2022 penny coin carries forward the idea that something small can hold a story far greater than its size. At the center of its identity is the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, whose calm, forward-looking profile has remained a symbol of resilience, leadership, and unity for generations. His presence on the coin is not merely decorative, it reflects a historical memory embedded into everyday life. Each time the coin changes hands, it quietly connects the present moment with a legacy of perseverance and national growth. The fine engraving of Lincoln's features, the smooth contour of the rim, the balanced layout of inscriptions all work together to create a design that feels both familiar and meaningful. The reverse side of the 2022 penny displays the Union Shield, a design that speaks through symbolism rather than words. The vertical stripes represent individual states, standing distinct yet united, while the horizontal bar above them symbolizes protection and shared governance. This imagery transforms the coin into a miniature emblem of cooperation, structure, and collective strength. It is a reminder that unity is not formed by size or power alone, but by connection and balance, a theme that echoes the deeper meaning of Penny's coin as something small yet profoundly significant, manufactured by the United States Mint. The 2022 penny reflects modern precision in minting technology while preserving traditional visual identity. Its composition, primarily zinc with a thin copper plating, represents a practical blend of durability and heritage. The copper surface provides the warm reddish tone that has defined the penny's appearance for decades, while the zinc core ensures the coin remains economically viable to produce. This combination of tradition and adaptation mirrors the broader story of progress, maintaining identity while evolving with time. Physically, the coin may appear simple, yet its presence carries subtle weight. Its smooth edge, balanced thickness, and reflective surface allow it to interact with light in a way that gives even a common coin a quiet elegance. When held in the palm, it feels modest but tangible, a reminder that value does not need to be large to be real. It's a circular form, unbroken and continuous, symbolizes cycles of exchange, movement, and continuity through time. In daily life, the 2022 penny participates in countless unnoticed moments. It rests in pockets, slides across counters, gathers in jars, and sometimes disappears between couch cushions, silent witness to ordinary human routines. It becomes part of transactions both small and meaningful, a final coin completing a purchase, a symbol of exact change, a token dropped into a donation box, or a simple object flipped for luck. Through these small rolls, it becomes woven into the rhythm of everyday existence, carrying stories that are never written but always lived. For many people, the penny holds emotional significance beyond its economic value. It may represent the memory of childhood savings, the sound of coins clinking into a piggy bank, or the belief that patience and persistence grow over time. Some see it as a symbol of fortune, a small object picked up from the ground with the hope that luck accompanies it. Others view it as a reminder that value accumulates gradually, not instantly. In this way, the 2022 penny becomes both practical and symbolic. Grounded in reality, yet open to personal meaning, collectors, too, find importance in the 2022 penny, not because of rarity, but because of continuity. Each year's issue marks a specific point in the timeline of minting history. Over time, ordinary coins become records of economic conditions, design evolution, and cultural context. The 2022 penny, circulating quietly in the present, may one day represent an era defined by its own challenges and transformations. Its existence today is a snapshot of production methods, materials, and design standards that future generations may study with curiosity beyond history and economics. The deeper significance of the 2022 penny lies in what it represents philosophically. It embodies the idea that worth is not determined solely by magnitude. In a world often focused on scale and power, the penny quietly asserts a different truth, that persistence, continuity, and presence create their own form of value. Its journey from mint to circulation mirrors the journey of countless small actions that shape larger outcomes. Every exchange, every movement, every moment of use contributes to a broader pattern of interaction and connection. The coin's endurance also reflects stability within change. While economies evolve and technologies advance, the familiar presence of the penny offers a sense of continuity. Its design remains recognizable, its symbolism consistent, its role steady. This stability provides a subtle reassurance that not everything shifts rapidly. Some elements persist. Grounding the flow of time with familiarity, seen through this lens, the 2022 penny coin becomes more than currency. It becomes a narrative object. It carries history in its design, unity in its imagery, practicality in its composition, and meaning in its everyday use. It connects individuals through shared exchange, linking moments across time through a single, simple form. Just as Penny's coin in your introduction represents hidden power within modest form, the 2022 penny embodies quiet significance within ordinary existence. Ultimately, the story of the 2022 penny is the story of presence without spectacle. Does not demand attention, yet it remains everywhere. It does not claim greatness, yet it endures. Does not seek value, yet it carries it inherently. In its small size lives a reflection of continuity, identity, and subtle influence. Proof that even the simplest object can hold depth, history, and meaning far beyond what the eye first sees. The 2014 penny coin, officially known as the 2014 Lincoln cent, represents a modern chapter in the long and evolving story of American coinage. A small yet meaningful object that quietly circulated through everyday life while reflecting the economic realities, technological progress, and cultural continuity of the early 21st century. Because this coin was created during a time when digital transactions were rising rapidly, yet physical currency still maintained a strong presence. In daily commerce across the United States, minted more than a century after the original Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln. The 2014 penny carries forward a tradition that connects generations through a consistent and recognizable design, reminding holders that, even in a world of rapid innovation, familiar symbols of national identity remain unchanged. Produced by the United States Mint, the 2014 penny was struck primarily at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for widespread circulation, while specially prepared proof coins were issued at the San Francisco Mint, ensuring that both everyday users and dedicated collectors would encounter this coin in different forms, each reflecting varying levels of finish, detail, and preservation. The obverse of the 2014 penny features the enduring portrait of Lincoln, his calm profile facing right, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner and preserved through decades of production, accompanied by the inscriptions in God, "We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2014. Each element struck onto a zinc-based planchette coated in copper, giving the coin its familiar reddish tone while reflecting the economic adjustments that shaped modern coin composition. Weighing approximately 2.5 grams, the 2014 penny differs from earlier copper-heavy cents, representing the practical balance between tradition and cost efficiency that characterizes contemporary minting practices. On the reverse side appears the Union Shield design introduced in 2010, symbolizing national unity and strength. With a central shield bearing vertical stripes and a banner across the top inscribed with E pluribus unum, a design that connects the coin to themes of cohesion and collective identity in a rapidly changing world. As the 2014 penny entered circulation, it became part of countless ordinary moments, exchanged in stores, dropped into savings jars, used in vending machines, and handled without thought by millions of people who rarely pause to consider that. Even such a common object carries layers of meaning tied to economics, design, and history. Despite its ordinary appearance, the coin attracts interest from collectors who examine variations in strike quality, mint marks, surface preservation, and rare minting anomalies such as off-center strikes, doubled, dies, or planchette irregularities. Because even in an era of advanced machinery, the production of coins remains a complex process where subtle imperfections can occur, transforming a simple 1-cent coin into a unique specimen of numismatic interest. While the vast majority of 2014 pennies remain worth only face value, high-grade uncirculated examples, proof coins, and exceptionally rare error coins sometimes inspire speculative discussions among enthusiasts, with extraordinary hypothetical valuations reaching into the millions of dollars when rarity, condition, and collector demand align, illustrating how perception and scarcity can elevate even modern currency into objects of fascination. Beyond questions of value, however, the 2014 penny serves as a cultural artifact representing a transitional era when tangible money coexisted with rapidly expanding digital systems, making it a quiet witness to the habits, transactions, and everyday experiences of early 21st century life. When narrated slowly in a text-to-speech format, the story of the 2014 penny becomes immersive and reflective, guiding listeners through its creation, circulation, symbolism, and potential significance, ultimately revealing that even a small coin minted in a modern year can carry a surprisingly deep narrative about continuity, change, and the enduring relationship between people and the objects they use every day. The 2014 penny coin continues its quiet journey through history, not only as a unit of currency, but as a reflection of modern economic structure, technological advancement, and human habit, because by the time this coin entered circulation, the world had already begun shifting toward electronic payments, mobile banking, and digital wallets. Yet millions of people still relied on physical coins for everyday transactions, making the 2014 Lincoln Cent a small but powerful symbol of continuity within change. Produced under the authority of the United States Mint, the coin was manufactured with remarkable efficiency, using high-speed presses capable of striking thousands of coins per minute. Each blank planchet carefully shaped, coated, and stamped, to create a uniform appearance that balances precision engineering with mass production demands. Although modern minting technology is highly advanced, the process still allows subtle variations to emerge. And it is within these tiny differences that collectors find fascination. Studying the sharpness of Lincoln's profile, the clarity of lettering, and the strength of the Union Shield design on the reverse, searching for unique characteristics that distinguish one coin from another. The Union Shield itself represents unity among states and the strength of a nation bound together. A symbolic design introduced in 2010 to replace the long-standing Lincoln Memorial reverse, marking a modern evolution in penny imagery while preserving historical continuity through Lincoln's enduring presence on the obverse. As these coins spread across cities, towns, and rural communities, they became part of countless daily experiences, moving through grocery stores, parking meters, school cafeterias, and charity collections, linking individuals through the simple act of exchange, a reminder that currency functions not only as economic value, but also as a medium of social interaction. Children who received the 2014 penny and change may have dropped it into piggy banks, unknowingly preserving a small artifact of their time, while collectors carefully stored pristine examples in protective holders. Recognizing that condition plays a crucial role in long-term numismatic significance. Mint marks also contribute to collector interest, with coins produced in Philadelphia lacking a mint mark, and those from Denver bearing a small d, while proof coins struck in San Francisco feature exceptional mirror-like surfaces created through specialized preparation and multiple strikes, producing a level of detail that highlights the craftsmanship behind modern coin production. Beyond its physical characteristics, the 2014 penny reflects broader economic realities, including the ongoing debate about the cost of producing 1-cent coins. Since the expense of manufacturing often exceeds the coin's face value, raising questions about practicality, tradition, and the future of law-denomination currency. Yet despite such discussions, the penny remains deeply embedded in cultural practice. symbolizing thrift, savings, and incremental value. Collectors often examine the 2014 penny for minting anomalies such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and plating irregularities, each representing a moment when mechanical precision diverged slightly from perfection, creating a unique variation that transforms an ordinary coin into a collectible curiosity. While most examples remain common, exceptionally rare error coins in flawless condition sometimes inspire speculative conversations about dramatic future valuations, occasionally imagined in the realm of millions of dollars when rarity and demand intersect, illustrating how perception, scarcity, and storytelling shape the way people assign meaning to physical objects. The 2014 penny therefore exists at the intersection of practicality and symbolism, functioning as a tool of commerce while also serving as a historical marker of early 21st century life, capturing a period when physical money still circulated widely, even as digital systems expanded rapidly. When described in a slow, immersive text-to-speech narration, the coin's story unfolds as a reflection of continuity, technology, economics, and human behavior, revealing that even a modern penny minted in 2014 can hold significance far beyond its 1-cent denomination, embodying the enduring connection between everyday objects and the passage of time. The 2014 penny coin continues to reveal deeper meaning when viewed through the lens of time, rarity, and human imagination, because although billions of these coins were produced for ordinary circulation, a small number of exceptional examples, those preserved in flawless condition or marked by rare minting anomalies, have inspired intense curiosity among collectors, transforming an everyday object into a symbol of hidden potential and speculative value. Struck under the supervision of the United States Mint, the 2014 Lincoln cent reflects the balance between tradition and efficiency that defines modern coin production, with its zinc core and copper plating representing economic practicality, while its enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln maintains continuity with more than a century of American numismatic history. As these coins circulated across the country after being produced at facilities such as the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, they became part of countless daily interactions passed between strangers, stored in household jars, exchanged for small purchases, or forgotten in drawers, quietly embedding themselves in the routines of early 21st century life. Yet over time, collectors began to examine them more closely, searching for the subtle distinctions that separate an ordinary coin from a remarkable one. Among the most intriguing features that elevate interest in the 2014 penny are rare production errors, including doubled dies where lettering appears duplicated, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, and unusual planchette variations that occur when the metal blank differs from standard specifications, because such irregularities are created during the high-speed minting process when mechanical precision briefly deviates from perfection, producing a coin that is unique rather than uniform. While these anomalies are extremely uncommon, verified examples that combine rarity with pristine preservation have generated intense discussion within numismatic communities, leading to speculative valuations that extend far beyond the coins. Modest 1-cent denomination and in exceptional hypothetical scenarios discussed among enthusiasts. A flawless and extraordinarily rare 2014 penny error coin could be imagined with a collector value reaching into the millions of dollars, sometimes described in conversations as approaching $2 million or even $3 million, when authenticity, demand, and historical intrigue align. This possibility transforms the coin into a symbol of chance and discovery, inspiring individuals to examine old collections and loose change with renewed attention. Driven by the idea that something seemingly ordinary may conceal extraordinary worth. Beyond financial speculation, the 2014 penny also represents a transitional moment in economic history. Existing during a period when digital transactions were rapidly expanding, yet physical currency remained widely used, making the coin a tangible record of shifting habits and technological evolution. The Union Shield design on the reverse reinforces themes of unity and resilience, presenting a visual metaphor for stability within change, while the coin's widespread circulation reflects how national identity, commerce, and daily life intersect through simple objects. When narrated in a slow and immersive text-to-speech format, the story of the 2014 penny becomes reflective and expansive, guiding listeners through its creation, movement, symbolism, and imagined value, ultimately illustrating that even a modern coin can carry layers of meaning that extend far beyond its practical purpose, and that in rare and extraordinary circumstances, a single 2014 penny once exchanged is ordinary. Pocket change can be spoken of in terms of millions of dollars, standing as a reminder that history, rarity, and human perception have the power to transform the smallest objects into legends. The concluding exploration of the 2014 penny coin invites listeners to reflect on how an object so small can carry an immense narrative shaped by history, craftsmanship, circulation, and human imagination. Because the 2014 Lincoln cent was not merely struck as currency, but emerged from the precise and methodical processes of the United States. Mint during a time when the world was rapidly transitioning toward digital transactions, making physical coins simultaneously ordinary and symbolic of continuity. When the coin was produced, billions of identical pieces were manufactured to serve practical economic needs. Yet each individual coin began a unique journey through countless hands, pockets, and places quietly participating in everyday exchanges that collectively form the rhythm of economic life. The obverse design, featuring the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, connects the coin to a legacy of resilience and unity that has defined American coinage for more than a century. And the detailed Union shield on the reverse conveys strength and cohesion, symbolizing not only a nation's structure, but also the idea that stability can exist even in times of transformation. Struck primarily at facilities such as the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, the 2014 penny entered circulation with no immediate distinction. Yet the passage of time transformed it from simple currency into a small historical witness, preserving within its metallic surface the marks of handling, storage, and survival. Composed mainly of zinc with a copper plating, lighter than earlier copper-era pennies, yet visually reminiscent of them, the coin reflects technological adaptation in minting practices, demonstrating how economic pressures and material science influence even the smallest units of money. As years progressed, collectors and enthusiasts began to study 2014 pennies, not only for their design but for their condition, searching for pristine examples that remained untouched by wear, or for unusual minting characteristics that might elevate a common coin into a notable collectible. And within collector discussions emerged imaginative valuations in which exceptionally preserved or rarer examples could be spoken of in terms reaching into the millions, illustrating how rarity, demand, and narrative can dramatically transform perceived value. However, the importance of the 2014 penny extends far beyond speculation, because it serves as a tangible reminder of a specific moment in modern history when society balanced physical and digital economies, when everyday purchases still involved coins, sliding across counters, even as smartphones and online systems redefined commerce. In this way, the coin functions as a miniature archive of its era, embodying the intersection of tradition and innovation, permanence and change, simplicity and complexity. When narrated slowly in text-to-speech form, the story of the 2014 penny becomes immersive and reflective, encouraging listeners to imagine the countless journeys a single coin may have taken from minting presses to circulation, from circulation to storage, from storage to rediscover each stage, adding layers of meaning that transform a 1-cent piece into a vessel of collective memory. The coin's significance ultimately lies not in its denomination, but in its endurance, because it persists as a physical link between generations, reminding observers that value is shaped not only by metal and numbers, but by the stories people attach to objects over time. Through this lens, the 2014 penny coin stands as more than currency, evolving into a symbol of continuity within change, a quiet participant in history that reveals how even the most modest creations can accumulate significance. And as the narrative reaches its conclusion, Coin remains an enduring reminder that meaning often resides in ordinary things, waiting patiently to be recognized, appreciated, and preserved by those who pause long enough to look closely. The United States 1-cent coin from 1987 may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but behind its simple design lies a fascinating story that captures the spirit of American history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of hidden value. Produced by the United States Mint, the 1987 penny was part of a long tradition of small coins that quietly passed through millions of hands every day. Often unnoticed, yet sometimes holding secrets that collectors dream about discovering. Primarily from copper-plated zinc, this coin reflects a period when coin composition had already shifted from solid copper, giving it a lighter feel, but still preserving the classic appearance people recognize instantly. What makes the 1987 penny truly interesting is not just its age, but the possibility that among the billions produced, a small number contain minting errors or unusual characteristics that can turn a simple cent into something far more exciting. Some coins may feature off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or subtle variations in mint marks. And these small details can dramatically increase their appeal among collectors who carefully examine every line, curve, and surface detail. Many Americans, coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a connection to history, a treasure hunt hiding in everyday life, and a reminder that even the smallest object can carry meaning far beyond its face value. Imagine checking your spare change after a long day and noticing something slightly different about a coin you almost ignored. That moment of curiosity is exactly what fuels the passion of collectors everywhere. The 1987 penny represents a time when millions of coins were produced to support daily commerce, yet each one traveled its own unique journey through pockets. Wallets, cash registers, and jars of loose change stored on kitchen counters across the country. Over decades, these coins have witnessed countless small moments of life purchases, tips, savings, and exchanges silently becoming part of personal stories without anyone realizing their potential significance. When collectors search for rare examples, they are not only looking for monetary value, but also for the excitement of discovery, the satisfaction of careful observation, and the connection to a shared national heritage represented through currency. The design featuring Abraham Lincoln continues a legacy that has endured for generations, symbolizing unity, resilience, and the enduring values associated with American history. Even though most 1987 pennies remain worth only their face value, the possibility that a rare variation might exist keeps interest alive and encourages people to take a second look at what they already own. This simple act of paying attention transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for discovery, reminding us that value is not always obvious at first glance. Coin enthusiasts often study mint marks, surface details, production characteristics to identify coins that stand out from the rest. And this careful observation turns collecting into a blend of knowledge, patience, and excitement. The 1987 penny serves as a perfect example of how everyday objects can hold unexpected intrigue, inviting people to explore history through tangible artifacts that continue to circulate in modern times. Whether found in an old coin jar, received as change, at a store, or passed down through family collections, each coin carries a story shaped by time and movement. The fascination surrounding such coins reflects a broader human curiosity about rarity, value, and the hidden potential within ordinary things. For viewers, the idea that a common coin might hold surprising worth creates a sense of possibility and wonder that resonates widely. It encourages people to look closer, learn more, and engage with history in a hands-on way that feels personal and accessible. The story of the 1987 penny is not just about money. It is about discovery, curiosity, and the excitement of realizing that something small and familiar might contain a hidden story waiting to be uncovered. So the next time you see a penny from 1987, take a moment to examine it carefully, because what appears ordinary could be part of a much larger narrative of craftsmanship, circulation, and the enduring appeal of small treasures hidden in plain sight. The story of how the United States 1-cent coin 1987 represents more than loose change. It reflects the everyday rhythm of American life and the quiet journey of objects that travel through countless hands over time. When the United States Mint produced these coins in massive numbers, no one could predict which pieces would remain ordinary and which might one day capture the attention of collectors searching for rare details. Over the years, millions of these pennies moved through grocery stores, gas stations, vending machines, and family savings jars, becoming silent witnesses to daily moments across the country. Some coins were stored carefully, preserved in near-perfect condition, while others experienced decades of wear, each scratch and mark telling a story of movement and exchange. For collectors, this passage of time is what transforms a simple coin into a historical artifact. Because every surviving piece connects the present moment to the economic and cultural environment of its era. The fascination with coins like the 1987 penny grows from the idea that rarity can emerge from ordinary production, and that subtle differences, a slight shift in design detail, an unusual surface feature, or a distinct mint mark can turn a common object into something worthy of attention and admiration. This sense of discovery appeals to people across generations. From experienced collectors who analyze coins with magnification tools to beginners who simply enjoy checking their change with curiosity and hope. Beyond potential value, these coins symbolize continuity, representing a tradition of currency that has supported everyday transactions for decades, while also serving as miniature pieces of art and engineering. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln reminds viewers of enduring national ideals, while the coin's physical composition reflects the technological and economic decisions of its time. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow, stories surrounding specific years like 1987 inspire people to learn more about minting processes, historical context, and the remarkable journeys hidden within everyday objects. The beauty of this story lies in its accessibility. Anyone, anywhere, can participate simply by paying attention to what they already have. A coin discovered in a drawer or received as change can spark curiosity, encourage research, and connect individuals to a wider community of enthusiasts who share the excitement of uncovering small but meaningful pieces of history. The 1987 penny reminds us that value is not always measured solely by price. Sometimes it is found in the experience of discovery, the connection to the past, and the awareness that even the smallest objects can carry stories that endure through time. The 2020 Lincoln penny is a United States 1-cent coin struck by the United States Mint at its production facility in Denver, and it is identified by the small d mint mark placed beneath the year of issue on the obverse side, a detail that distinguishes it from pennies produced at other mint locations and helps collectors trace its origin within the broader system of American coinage. This coin continues the long-running Lincoln cent series honoring Abraham Lincoln, whose right-facing portrait appears on the front of the coin, a design created by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The portrait reflects ideals of leadership, perseverance, and unity, values that remain central to the symbolism of the coin even in modern circulation. On the reverse side, the 2020 penny features the Union Shield design, a composition of vertical stripes bound by a horizontal bar that represents the strength of the United States as a unified nation, visually expressing the concept that individual states are strongest when joined together under a single federal structure. The coin is composed primarily of a zinc core, coated with a thin layer of copper, giving it the familiar reddish metallic appearance associated with pennies, while also ensuring durability and cost efficiency in large-scale production. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Specifications standardized to maintain consistency across decades of minting and to ensure compatibility with coin-operated machines and automated financial systems. The process of creating the coin begins with blank metal discs, known as planchettes, which are cleaned, polished, and then fed into high-speed presses, where engraved dies strike the design onto both sides with immense pressure, imprinting fine details in a fraction of a second. These machines operate with remarkable precision, producing coins in enormous quantities while maintaining uniformity in shape, weight, and design clarity. Although the 2020D Lincoln penny is widely circulated and typically considered common currency, individual coins may gain increased interest based on condition, preservation, and perceived value. In this specific description, one coin is assigned a price equal to 1,000% of its original face value, elevating it from a standard 1-cent piece to a collectible object of heightened significance. This increase in value can be attributed to factors such as exceptional condition, collector demand, or symbolic importance, illustrating how perception and context can transform everyday currency into a sought-after item. Coins in uncirculated condition often retain a bright copper-red surface that reflects minimal handling, while circulated examples gradually develop darker tones through natural oxidation, producing red-brown or brown coloration over time. Collectors frequently evaluate coins based on these visual characteristics, as well as strike sharpness, surface quality, and the presence or absence of imperfections. The 2020D penny also represents a physical artifact of its time period, circulating during an era marked by technological advancement, global interconnectedness, and evolving economic practices. Despite the increasing prevalence of digital transactions, physical coins continue to serve as tangible symbols of national heritage and continuity, connecting modern society with historical traditions of trade and exchange. The Lincoln cent in particular holds a unique place in American culture due to its longevity and widespread recognition, having remained in continuous production for more than a century with evolving reverse designs that reflect different themes of national identity. The Union Shield design reinforces themes of stability and unity, while the enduring portrait of Lincoln provides a consistent visual anchor linking past and present generations. From an educational perspective, the coin offers insight into metallurgy, industrial manufacturing, and design symbolism, demonstrating how artistic representation and engineering precision converge in the creation of currency. Each penny embodies a combination of historical memory, economic function, and artistic intention, making it more than a simple unit of exchange. The assignment of a value equal to 1,000% of its face value further emphasizes how cultural significance and collector interest can influence the perceived worth of an object that otherwise carries a minimal monetary denomination. Over time, coins like the 2020D Lincoln penny travel through countless hands, participating in everyday transactions while quietly preserving national imagery and historical continuity. As a result, the 2020D Lincoln penny stands as both a practical financial instrument and a symbolic artifact, representing craftsmanship, technological capability, and enduring recognition of Lincoln's legacy within American society. Its small size contrasts with its cultural meaning, reminding observers that even the most ordinary objects can carry layers of historical, artistic, and economic significance. Whether viewed as circulating currency, collectible item, or educational, example of modern minting practices. The coin reflects the intersection of tradition and innovation, serving as a durable emblem of unity, heritage, and the evolving story of American coinage, continuing its role as a familiar yet symbolically rich piece of American currency. The 2020D Lincoln penny reflects the integration of historical tradition with modern industrial precision. Produced by the United States Mint in Denver, the coin is part of an immense manufacturing system designed to support daily commerce across the nation. Each coin begins as a carefully prepared metal planchette composed primarily of zinc and coated with a thin layer of copper, a composition chosen to balance durability, appearance, and production efficiency. Through automated minting presses, the planchettes are struck with high pressure by engraved dies that imprint the enduring likeness of Abraham Lincoln, whose calm and reflective portrait continues to serve as a visual representation of leadership and national unity. The artistic legacy of Victor David Brenner remains evident in the clean lines and dignified proportions of the design, demonstrating how a work created more than a century ago continues to function seamlessly within modern economic systems as the coin enters circulation. It becomes part of an ongoing exchange network that moves through businesses, households, and institutions, serving practical purposes while also preserving a sense of continuity between generations. The Union Shield design on the reverse reinforces a message of cohesion and strength, presenting a stylized emblem that communicates unity through structure and balance. Although the coin's face value is 1 cent, this particular description assigns an enhanced valuation of 1,000% of its original denomination, transforming it from ordinary currency into an item of special interest. Such an increase in perceived worth highlights the influence of context, preservation, and collector enthusiasm in determining the value of numismatic objects. Even minor differences in condition, such as surface brightness, clarity of strike, or absence of wear, can significantly influence desirability. Newly struck examples often display a vivid copper-red appearance that gradually deepens into warmer tones over time, illustrating the natural interaction between metal and environment. The journey of each coin also reflects the broader relationship between physical currency and cultural identity. Though digital transactions increasingly shape modern financial behavior, coins remain tangible representations of shared heritage and governmental authority. The 2020 Lincoln penny embodies this relationship by combining practical utility with symbolic meaning. It's functioning simultaneously as a medium of exchange and a miniature work of industrial art. Its standardized dimensions allow it to circulate efficiently, while its design connects everyday economic activity with historical memory. For collectors and observers, the coin provides an accessible example of how national symbolism is embedded in ordinary objects, encouraging closer examination of details often overlooked in daily life in its complete significance. Lincoln penny represents more than a small unit of currency. It stands as a durable artifact that merges artistry, engineering, and cultural continuity within a single compact form. The process of minting billions of identical coins requires extraordinary precision, yet each individual piece acquires a unique history through circulation, handling, and preservation. When one example is assigned a price equal to 1,000% of its face value, the coin's identity shifts from simple change to collectible object. It's illustrating how meaning and value can evolve through perception and context. This transformation reflects a broader principle within numismatics, that historical connection, condition, and narrative can elevate even the most common item into something worthy of careful attention.